he starts to receive text messages that are popping up on the screen. The text messages turned out to be from his mistress that he's been messing with the whole time we are together. And she's pissed. She's really pissed. I guess that morning he had texted her to let her know, like, hey, it's over between us because I'm about to get engaged today. And she threw a shit fit, even though she herself was married. So at this point, my heart absolutely drops and like I want to vomit. And I'm sitting here in a crowd with hundreds of people, maybe even thousands of people, trying to keep my hands steady and filming what's happening as he's proposing and announcing it to this whole freaking stadium full of people. But I really know what's happening as I'm seeing these texts flash across the screen. Trauma.
Yo, what up guys? You already know who it is. It's PAPI in the house, back at it again with another video. In this video we're talking about why women are losing men and how men are comfortable being single nowadays. All right, as a man, once you're comfortable being single and you don't rely on any women to make your existence feel valid, you hold so much power over them, you know. And I think every man should actually practice and try to get to this level where they don't have to do everything for the sake of women. You know, they can actually go on, live their life, do whatever the fuck they want without worrying about pleasing the other opposite gender or trying to get the other gender to bed, or you know what I'm saying, right? Once you get to that state, bro, you hold so much power. Trust me. All right, without further ado, anyways, smash the like button, subscribe, and let's go.
Now, I was madly in love with this man. I was head over heels, would do whatever he said. If he said jump, I would say how high. At the time, we had been dating for about 2 years, maybe a little bit under 2 years. And the fact that he was even proposing was a shock to me, because even though that I was madly in love with him, I didn't quite feel that we were ready for it. But one day, he just decided to surprise me, took me to Orlando for a little bit of fun at the amusement parks, because, you know, I like to get down like that with some childish, lighthearted fun. So once we got to the amusement park, he decides to sign up to be a contestant on one of the competition games performances that they had at this theme park. So right before the show is about to start and he's about to start to compete, he hands me over his cell phone and says, babe, please film this. I want you to see what's going to happen. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is so cute. How much fun. Like, this is my dream come true. Competition starts. There was like 3 or 4 events that he had to compete with others to win. And ultimately, he won. But remember, I'm filming, right? And I'm filming from his cell phone that he told me to hold. So here I am with his little cell phone filming, all excited, all proud of my man. He starts to receive text messages that are popping up on the screen. The text messages turned out to be from his mistress that he's been messing with the whole time we are together. And she's pissed. She's really pissed. I guess that morning he had texted her to let her know, like, hey, it's over between us because I'm about to get engaged today. And she threw a shit fit, even though she herself was married. So at this point, my heart absolutely drops and like I want to vomit. And I'm sitting here in a crowd with hundreds of people, maybe even thousands of people, trying to keep my hands steady and filming what's happening as he's proposing and announcing it to this whole freaking stadium full of people. But I really know what's happening as I'm seeing these texts flash across the screen. Trauma. Deep breaths, Tiffany. Deep breaths. Now listen, I am not the type of girl that likes it when people see me sweat. I keep my cool. I just... Deep breaths. Now listen, I am not the type of girl that likes it when people see me sweat. I keep my cool. I just smile and I pretend that I'm the just most elated, happiest woman on the planet. So since this proposal has been blasted all over the big screen, that everyone around me is so excited for me, they're congratulating me, and I'm just like in shock and awe. I somehow managed to keep my composure and to just walk outside of the stadium and wait for him outside. Once he shows up, he immediately gives me a huge hug, tells me that he loves me, and of course, does the proposal again to my face this time, not just on the big screen. There's so many people watching. Remember, we're in the middle of a theme park with thousands of people. So I quickly grab him and drag him into the nearest restaurant in this theme park that I could find. And I bring him over to the bar area and I sit him down and I tell him everything that I know. He didn't try to deny it. He knew that he was caught. And for the next 30 minutes, he proceeded to just tell me everything that he thought that I wanted to hear. And I was just numb. The only words that I could manage to muster up at this point were, baby, this 2-carat diamond ring, it's just not going to be enough.
This first video, man, this is pretty wild, man. All I gotta say is, like, how are you gonna hand your girl your phone confidently like that if you know it's 30 in the first place? How does that even make any sense? Did you even think before you did this or not? You know? What's going on through your mind at this moment? Like, you know girls, how they be out here, bro. Like, some of them, they be like, yo, babe, can I borrow your phone? I just gotta call my friend, blah, blah, blah. My network is down, or my phone ain't working right now. Meanwhile, you hand your phone, they go through your history, your gallery, your search, whatever, and all this bullshit. Come on, bro. You know they're a detective. At the end of the day, bro, handing your phone to your woman when you know it's dirty, that's a graveyard mistake that you made, my boy. At least you could have wiped the whole thing clean before, you know? Like, I'm lost for words. And the funniest part is she discovered this on your proposal. Like, what a perfect timing, eh? Like, my guy here is about to propose to the love of his life, and all of a sudden, just at this moment, this couple seconds, just as he handed her the phone to record this epic moment, that's when texts started popping up from the mistress. What a coincidence. You know, I always say, guys, when karma does its thing, bro, it comes full circle. If you have a good heart, you're pure, bro, karma will always work in your favor. Now, granted, my guy here was cleaning up his act, you know, he finally was winding down, and he realizes this woman is a woman he want to settle with, you know, be serious with. So at least he told the mistress it's over, you know what I mean? At least if his woman, his current woman, his wife to be, would have chose to consider that, I mean, I think they could have worked through it, right? If he was genuinely sorry about what he did, and, you know, explained it to her and apologized and all this and that, then they could have done counseling and whatever, and then they could have gotten over it. But it looks like to me, man, she don't care. And as women are, man, once they find you doing things like this, they think they're better off. So at the end of the day, man, this was on you, bro. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have started dating your current women until you were done messing around with them other females, you know? You were doing this behind her back. She feels like you cheated on her, you know? So you should have taken it a little bit more serious. But I get it, man. Everybody makes mistakes. So, I mean, I don't know if she has decency in her heart to forgive you. That would be a good thing, you know? And, but most likely, I doubt it. You know, even the way she talks about it, she's like, yo, this ring ain't gonna be enough. So I think you're out of pocket. I think you're out of luck, man. But yeah, just at least take it as a learning lesson for your next relationship.
You find a man really, really, really hot. The second he sends me an Instagram reel, you're done.
Bro, this better be a joke. There is no way, my man, you're recording every little thing on a notepad like this, bro. You know, this is ridiculous. You know, at some point, I think there's a fine line where you just gotta stop and not just give a shit. You know, you gotta do things for you and stop worrying about whether you're, you know, turning them off or giving them the ick. You know, you gotta focus on you instead of trying to do everything for women, you know. But I do agree, nowadays you can't do anything. Like, dealing with women nowadays is like walking on eggshells. Literally, you could be like 6 foot whatever, making however much money, but just because you breathe funny or you said something at the wrong moment, wrong time, wrong second, whatever, boom, she disqualifies you. You're done. You know, it's ridiculous, man. So I think like you always gotta have the upper hand, man. Like you don't want to be at the point where you're like the low-hanging fruit, you know, where she just rejects you just because she doesn't want you like that. You want to have options. You want to be doing the rejecting. So you gotta work towards yourself and get to that level where you're not at a disadvantage where you're waiting for her to pick you or not. You know, you want to be doing the choosing. But yeah, I hope this is a joke, man. Like, and you're not actually recording, because, you know, this is so much work. All I gotta say is, like, if this girl doesn't like reels, another girl will like reels, you know. So all girls, they have different likes and dislikes. If this girl doesn't like this, the other girl will like this. She doesn't like this on you, the other girl will like this on you. If this girl doesn't like you, this other one will like you. That's how it goes, man. You know what I mean? So don't be taking notes in here, like thinking like you crack down, you know, Leonardo's cryptic puzzle or something, you know, because every girl is different. So just because she doesn't like a reel doesn't mean you gotta jot it down, because chances are a lot of girls want reels, you know. So don't take one person's likes and dislikes to heart, you know what I mean?
Do I not get a drink?
Please?
You want one?
Yes.
Still whiskey?
Yes.
Tommy, I really wasn't sure about coming
I
tonight.
lit a fire in the bedroom upstairs. My plan was that we'd sit here for a while, talk about old times, drink some whiskey. And I was going to tell you, can't spend a day without thinking about you. And then we're gonna go upstairs and sleep together. Just now on the way to opening the door. Changed my mind. So just have one drink. Tell me how happy you are in New York and then you can go.
You changed your mind.
So you can go.
As a matter of fact, I am happy in New York. And I am married.
Oh yeah, he's rich, I know.
And he's sweet. And he's kind to me. So what makes you think that I would have gone to bed with you after one whiskey and some conversation?
I was accounting for 3 whiskeys.
How dare you?
Doesn't matter now because I've changed my mind.
I came here because you asked me.
Even though he's sweet and he's kind to you.
And now I feel like an idiot.
Well then go.
Ooh, guys, check that out. That's what I'm talking about. Like, you see how masculine this is? Do you see him begging or crying over a woman? No, hell no, bro. Do you see him melting and, you know, acting like a dancing monkey and his tone completely different and trying to, like, his best to not disappoint her or to not give her the ick? Do you see him trying at all? You know, he listed his expectations. You know, the girl came out here, you can tell her vibe is kind of off. She's nagging. She wants him to work a little harder to win her over. And my guy is not even trying that, bro. He literally told her his expectations from the beginning, but now at this moment he's turned off, he's done. He's just literally telling you can have one drink and leave. But you see how she's trying to like dig more out of him. You see she's looking for attention from him, but he keeps it all under control. And you see how hard she's trying to get him jealous about her other man, her other boyfriend, whatever. He doesn't give a shit, and he knows deep down that she's down for him, you know. That's why he doesn't care. He's so confident with it. He's like, oh yeah, with your other man, yeah, the man from New York, yeah, that's why you're here. Bro, this guy, bro, he has it all under control. That's why I always say, man, you should never try to be Thomas Shelby, bro, but you can always learn from him, man. You can learn the masculinity he embodies. You can learn the way he talks, the way he carries himself, his mindset. You can learn so much from him, but don't copy him, because there's a lot of guys out there, they're trying to play this character, bro, and you guys just come out cringe. You know, just make it work with your own personality, but you can learn things out of this, definitely. This is why Thomas Shelby will always be one of my favorite characters of all time, because he's a definition of what a true man should be like, should behave like, should talk like, should carry themselves like, should dress like. He's everything of what this new generation of men should be built like.
She's telling you, oh, I just like going out with my friends for girls' night. She's going to all makeup, push-up bras, getting all boring. Actions. She's telling you very, very clearly she's not girlfriend material. She's a partner.
This next one, man, all I gotta say is, yeah, that's the thing. You need to realize if she's with you and she's still going out and behaving like she's single, she deserves to be single. You know, I know somebody's gonna jump over at this and be like, yo, you're controlling, you're this and that, you're trying to say she can't have fun. No, bro, we're not saying that. You see, women who are in committed relationships, they like to use this girl night out analogy. It's just as an excuse for them to go out and behave like complete hoes. Like, you know what I mean? They like to go out there and behave completely ridiculous and out of pocket and just sleep with a bunch of dudes and just have time of their life and let loose, let out of control, you know what I mean? But they like to use it under the pretense of like girl night outs. You already know what it is. Whenever they say girl night out, that's a red flag right there, because everything that comes with it is not good. Like, these analogies just gives them the excuse to go behave single, bro. That's how it goes. How many times have you guys ever went out and maybe you met a girl, you know, she's fine, you took her home and you realize the next morning after you've done your deeds that she had a boyfriend or she was married? How many of you guys, I know some of you guys being out there, you guys experience this. Now this is the woman of today's generation, right? They be lying like this, using girl night out, dressing like this, getting all dolled up, going out, having fun, whatever, blah, 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 and taking dudes home, but not realizing that, yo, they're married. Some of them even have kids at home, and they're out here behaving like this. Yeah, so that's the problem about girls' night out. Like, the only other way a girl can go out, I'm saying, is like, if you guys go out and you go out with her, like, maybe you go, maybe it's a girl night out, but it's like those girls or friends she goes out with, they are also married with men, right? And you are hanging out with the men, she's hanging out with the girls. You guys go to like maybe a bar or different areas, or maybe, you know what I mean, like you guys have your own time, they have their own time, but at the end of the night you guys link back and you leave home together, you know, or separately, whatever. That's the only way it's applicable. That's the only way it can work. But at the end of the day, if you're telling me girl night out, blah blah blah, or she goes out of state, with her girls. You don't know what's going on out there, bro. You're just at home thinking your girl is just out there getting a few margaritas and getting back to the hotel. No, man, that's that's far from it. She out there doing something wild, bro. She out there behaving like she living on the streets. I'm telling you right now, man. If you don't believe me, let your girl go on a night out, and you're gonna see. You're gonna see. She gonna come and tell you, bro. She accidentally slept with somebody.
Men only change when they are afraid that you will be happy without them. That's why all your exes come crawling back the exact second you love them. The best thing you could do to keep him on his toes is to be happy without him, even while you're still in a relationship. If you are not happy, regardless of him, then you will tolerate whatever he puts you through because you will be afraid to lose. Subconsciously, he will not be afraid of losing you because he knows that your happiness is tied to him.
Alright, this next one is pure nonsense, bro, because most men don't give a shit if you'll be happy without them or not, because it's not even about happiness, it's more about them losing you. That's when they switch up their act, right? Like if a man knows that, yo, you know, you are his backbone, and all of a sudden he's about to lose you, he's gonna switch out his acts, bro. Trust me. And this is why I always say, if you want a man to value you, you gotta bring value to him. You know, you gotta help him with his business, with his life. You know, you gotta bring something that nobody has ever brought before, right? And if he fucks up and then now he knows that you're about to leave him, he's gonna feel a little bit empty, and then he's gonna work hard to keep you, to make you stay. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna change up his act. He'll do whatever you want. Eat cookie crumbs out of your hand, he will do that. You know, but first you gotta bring value where you're not like any other girl, because all these other girls out here, they bring the same thing to the table. That's why, like, chicks that bring looks, that bring titties, that bring an ass, all of them have it. That's nothing special. You know, you gotta bring something special to your man. You gotta change him. You gotta make an impact where he's like, wow, she's different, she ain't like the rest, you know. And once you can get him to say this, and even if he's out of pocket at some point, when he knows you're about to leave him, when he knows you're about to walk out, a part of his heart, a part of him tells him like, yo, he just screwed up with a good thing, you know, and then he will fix up his act. Trust me. So that's the thing, right? For a woman to keep a man in his toes, all he has to do is provide things for him that no other woman will be providing for him. Make him feel some type of way, make him feel like you're useful, make him feel like he needs you in his life. That's the only way. About this whole happiness and shit, showing him that you can be happy without him, nah, that's bullshit. Men don't really care about that. Men start caring when they realize that the woman who's bringing value, the woman who's been by his side the whole time, the woman who stuck it out with him, who's helped him through dark times, is about to walk out of his life. That's when he gets his shit together. Because we all know it's always hard to find this kind of woman, bro. You don't know how many women out there in the streets. You know how women go nowadays. Now tell me how hard it is to find a woman who will be there for you solid, who would, you know, hold your back, who's like your right hand, who's always bringing value to your life, adding more value. You know, she helped you through, like, she helps you in situations where you don't know where you would have been without her. Like, how many girls are like that are there out there? You know how hard that is to find? So if you find one, if a man finds one and he screws up, trust me, he'll do whatever he can to save that.
Hi. Wow. Hi everyone. My name is Brittany Renner, and I'm here with the one and only Kevin Gates. How you feeling?
Amazing. Hey, thank you. Hey, this I don't care if you get this on camera. I just want to say thank you for being an amazing person, always living in your truth. You inspire others silently. They probably don't want to admit it, but you know, you inspire me. Thank you so much.
And thank you. Let me tell you something. So my first Rolling Loud I did in 2019 is when I first saw you. And you were actually, Will and I worked together, and you were the only person that I wanted to see the entire festival. And today in 2022, it still rings. You were the only person I wanted to see.
Did you like what you saw?
I actually loved it. I actually love what I'm seeing now. Yeah.
Damn, guys. For you guys who don't know who this is Brittany Renner, bro. She knows. She has 35 street. She belongs to the streets, literally. She's the type of shorty that's getting like 100K a month on child support from PJ Washington. If you guys don't know who PJ Washington, he's a basketball player. She basically finessed her way and got him to knock her up, and now my man's paying 100K a month on child support. But look at her energy, bro. Like, we know her past, we know she been on the street. Look at her energy toward Kevin Gates over here. You know, she out here, bro. She won him, she's melting to him. But the one thing I gotta say about Kevin Gates here, bro, he dodged a bullet, because like, Kevin, bro, just a little bit longer into this interview and I guarantee you be paying child support next week too. You know, she almost has you eating out of her hand. You see how manipulative she is? But there's definitely a vibe. I see you guys definitely have a vibe going on here. But if I were you, I would be careful, because this woman is one of those women who you have to watch out. You gotta keep a little bit of a distance and not associate yourself too close, because if you look at her life and her past, or her past relationships, or the things she does on social media, or the things she has said, you definitely watch out, you know. But if you like yourself toxic chicks, you like yourself chicks from the streets, do your thing, my boy, you know, no problem. But I mean, just watch out, bro. That's all I gotta say. At least wrap it up. Otherwise, man, all your hard-earned rap money is gonna be going to her bank account before you know it. And she knows, she even was teaching other women how to finesse dudes, bro. That's how it goes. But anyways, guys, that's the video. Make sure you click the like button, subscribe, and comment down below what you all thought about it. Without further ado, easy.